Hello, I'm Jim Kramer, standing here next to Bigfoot number 6. Bigfoot number 6 is primarily used in indoor stadiums for car crushing and sled pulling. Now, to be able to withstand these rigors, we had to redesign this truck and upgrade it from, say, Bigfoot number 4. And in order to do that, what we did is build in a lot more strength and change the componentry. Let me show you this truck. Bigfoot 6 uses a 472 cubic inch supercharged Ford engine. It uses a 671 BDS blower with 2 Predator racing carburetors on top. This gives us about 650 horsepower. It uses a ladder type frame, tempered leaf springs with a timber and rubber spring as a helper in this area, and also back on the axle support system. This axle strut helps take the force of hitting cars at 30 miles an hour. We also use nitrogen charged gas shocks. This is very important for when you come down after you do hit those cars. You don't want any aeration in the shock itself, and the nitrogen charge keeps the aeration out. All the suspension components have to control this axle. This axle is what we call a combination axle, using a 5-ton center section with an agricultural tractor type tip. It takes a lot of work and engineering to incorporate them, but that's the kind of axle it takes to be able to control the weight and the horsepower these monster trucks have.
Okay, I'm Gary Porter from Wadesboro, North Carolina, the owner and driver of Carolina Crusher. This is the all-new '89 Chevrolet. It was built in December of '88, and I started racing in January of '89. It has a blown 468 cubic inch Chevrolet motor in it, putting out approximately 925 horsepower. It runs the Allison AT5 44-speed automatic. The truck weighs approximately 2,000 pounds lighter than the other truck. It weighs 13,500 pounds. The paint on it is a '78 Corvette yellow, painted by Terry Conklin out of Wadesboro, North Carolina, and the graphics are by Jim Norris out of Wallace, South Carolina. The truck is sponsored by Porter's 4-Wheel Drive Center, which my brother owns, and Big A Auto Parts. Special thanks to Yates Tyson.
Give him a thumbs up. That's to tell him that they're ready. And then he'll let them fly.
I'm Dennis Anderson with the Gravedigger. I'm the owner and driver. And this is the second of the Gravedigger trucks. I've got 2 of them. This truck here is a Chevrolet body. I used to run a Ford body, but it's a 1950 Chevrolet panel truck. Another interesting feature on my truck is I run the motor in the rear. I run the motor in the rear to keep the front end up as much as possible and keep all the pressure off the front of it. I'm running a 2,000 horsepower 557 Rodak with a set of Bachmann aluminum heads on it. I run a turbo 400 transmission. I run a Profab gearbox in it. We've got quick change gears for the truck, so we gear for short courses, we gear up for long courses. I run these 6650 steel flotation tires on it. They're a little bit wider than everybody else's. I've got one of the wildest paint jobs on the circuit. It's a graveyard scene. It's got tombstones in the background of it with a wrought iron fence that follows it all the way around. I've got reserved tombstones on the side of the truck for all my buddies that I race with. I've got USA 1, Gravedigger, Bigfoot, and Stomper Bully on them. I came up with the name Gravedigger by running in the mud. And I used to dig graves for my buddies in the mud bog, so we just ran the Gravedigger off as a monster truck. Now I'm digging graves for all my competitors out there now.
Hi, I'm Dan Patrick. I'm the owner and the driver of the Samson Monster Truck. It's a 1989 Chevrolet Silverado. It is powered by a 454 cubic inch Chevrolet engine. The truck weighs 13,800 pounds, and that is with the tires, and the tires weigh 950 pounds.
Hi, I'm Bob Chandler, Chief Executive Officer of MTRA, the Monster Truck Racing Association, the only organization that is dedicated to the safety of monster trucks and monster truck racing. What I'd like to talk to you today about is the safety equipment required by MTRA on these monster trucks. We start out requiring shields on the engine, on the transmission, on the drive shafts, on the drive shaft U-joints, on the bell housings, on the clutch, on the torque converters, on anything that could possibly explode and hurt the driver or the crowd. We also require these trucks with superchargers to have aluminum studs, blower restraints, guards for the pulleys. We also require kill switches in the cab so the driver can stop the truck with just one easy movement of his arm, and a secondary kill switch also on the back of the trucks. So if the truck were ever to roll, anybody could run up to this truck and pull this pin, and it would stop all the electrical, the fuel pumps. It would really protect the driver. There's quite a few of these rules designed specifically for the driver himself, starting with an approved helmet, a neck collar to protect him from whiplash, a kidney belt, a whole fire suit the driver must wear. He's got to have a seat belt on, a shoulder harness. He's got to have a fire extinguisher with easy reach of himself. And he also has to have a 6-point roll cage to protect him in case of a rollover. Probably half the cost of these monster trucks is safety equipment required by MTRA. So when you see that MTRA decal on the vehicle or the MTRA license plate, give that driver an extra round of applause. You know he has spent a lot of time and money to protect you as a spectator and himself as a driver.
Hi, my name is Marvin Smith. I'm from Arnold, Missouri. I'm the driver of Stomper 2 behind me. This truck has been on the circuit for approximately 5 years now. I've driven it for 5 years. It was originally called the Crimson Giant until I changed the name over to Stomper. This truck is powered by a 468 cubic inch big block Chevrolet blown with an 871 blower and 2 Predator carburetors. This truck here, since it's been a Stomper truck, it hasn't rolled yet, knock on wood. But the other Stomper truck, Stomper 1, about a year and a half ago, driven by Mike Witt, was rolled over in Charlotte, North Carolina in a competition, and also again in Louisville, Kentucky, back in the summer, racing against Bigfoot in the semifinals. Thank goodness nobody's been hurt in any of these trucks yet. They're all very, very safe. They're equipped with roll bars and every safety factor that we can put into them.
Here's Mike Witt now, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give him a nice round of applause.
Hi, my name is Rod Litzow, the driver of USA 1. USA 1 is based out of Minneapolis, Minnesota. USA 1 is powered by a big block Chevrolet 572 running 3 Predator carbs with an 871 blower. One unique thing with this truck is it has a stock frame that we totally beefed it up, boxed it. All other trucks are running the tubular square frames, and we kept with this one original. We're trying to keep everything. The interior is original, the body's original, everything is original on this truck.
Never in my wildest dreams did I ever imagine that working on my pickup in my garage at home could lead to this. It's like anything else in life. Once you start, it's pretty hard to stop. What you see here is a result of 14 years of hard work by a lot of people. About 1978 when I first hit the road with Bigfoot. There wasn't any other big trucks on the road, so Bigfoot made quite an impression. Most people didn't know what to think about it, but they knew they liked it.
Hi there, I'm Don Brightweiser, driver of Bigfoot 2. Let's take a look at earlier years of Bigfoot in action.
those were exciting times, trying out new ideas for bigger and better trucks. There were only a few of us back then. Nowadays there's hundreds of trucks and drivers, all out trying to make a name for themselves by setting new records, trying new stunts. The competition is getting pretty fierce. We've had to build all these trucks just to keep up with the different monster truck events. So with so many Bigfoot trucks, 10 right now, it gets hectic around here. And I need some time to get away and relax.
I'm Ken Kelly, driver of Bigfoot 1. Bigfoot 1 has the largest engine of all Bigfoot trucks. We use this truck for mud running and hill climbing. Back in 1987 at Gravel-Rama, I topped a hill to join Bob Chandler in the Over the Hill gang. Let's take a look.
Hi, I'm Jim Kramer, Senior Vice President of Bigfoot 4x4 and driver of Bigfoot 7. Even with the excitement of hill climbing and mud bogging, I think we're just starting to see the tip of the iceberg when it comes to monster truck racing. And there's a whole new generation of truck and driver out there on the courses these days. Things are really shaping up for the battles of the future, with more consistent courses, lighter and faster vehicles, and newer and better techniques for getting the best out of a monster truck and taking that to the finish line.
monster trucks and monster truck racing. A good thing that's only going to get better and faster. With all the new events and drivers and trucks on the circuit today, you can bet Bigfoot and the entire crew will be dishing out excitement and plenty of monster truck action for years to come. So keep an eye out. Who knows what will be coming down the road next.